I am that I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary.
All right, everyone. Today we've got one of the most ridiculous-looking sovereign citizens I've ever come across. This guy isn't just goofy. He clearly isn't the sharpest tool in the shed either. He's fully committed to the whole sovereign citizen routine, but trust me, he goes completely off the rails in this one. You know it's bad when the defendant starts acting like he's got some secret knowledge that the rest of us don't. Let me know in the comments how dumb you think this guy is on a scale from 1 to 10. Seriously, I'm curious what you all think about these people. They've never actually won a court case, yet they keep bringing the same arguments into court, basically wasting everyone's time. But that's enough of me talking. Let's jump right into it.
Lamont Harrison Lemon, the second. That's the gentleman with the Fez hat on, headgear on. Can you unmute yourself, please, sir? Is he connected to audio?
It appears so.
Lemon Bay, Harrison Lemon Bay. Can you hear me, sir?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
How are you?
Okay. Are you the second or the third?
I'm here on behalf of the third.
The third. Okay. And I guess it's the second as right. This is the city of Detroit versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Straight that. This is the state of Michigan versus Harrison Lemon Bay the third. Case number SX 419-5968. Counts 1 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Your Honor,
Mr. Berry, I think he's representing himself.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And add count 3 to that. Add count 3 to that record as well. Or count 2 to that, or 1 to that record as well. So count 1, 2, and 3. Let me have that other. I believe, state your name for the record, Mr. Lemon the third.
Yes, I am that I am Harrison Lamont Bay, all lowercase letters. And I'm here on behalf of Harrison Lamont the third.
All right. Well, I've never heard of the all lowercase letters. What does that mean?
It means that the name is to be spelled with all lowercase letters, not all capital letters, not part capital and low.
All right, I've heard some pretty wild excuses from sovereign citizens before, but the whole "I'm exempt from the law because I write my name in lowercase" claim is on another level of ridiculous. Apparently, they think that if their name is written in lowercase, they're not a legal person under the law, and therefore they can't be held responsible for anything. As if ignoring basic capitalization is some kind of magic trick that wipes away their obligations. But let's be real. No court anywhere is going to determine your legal responsibilities based on whether you capitalize your name or not. It's just a completely absurd attempt to twist legal terminology and play with semantics, pretending that lowercase letters somehow separate them from the legal system. It simply doesn't work. There's no loophole here, and saying this won't change anything. This guy is still likely going to be found guilty. But let me know what you all think about this guy so far, especially that goofy little hat. I honestly can't take him seriously.
So today is the date and time set for a pretrial in the matter. How do you want to proceed, sir? I know you filed some documents with the court, and I did have those up in my chambers. But how do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm the surety on behalf of the principal debtor, strawman Harrison Lamont III. I've given the court notice weeks in advance. I'm here to tender a special deposit to the court and make the clerk fiduciary, the prosecutor, well, and I'm looking for a plea of release today. Will you grant a plea to release?
No. I can grant you a pretrial. I can grant you the opportunity to speak with the city attorney, or I can grant you a trial date by judge or by jury.
Yeah. So
What would you like to do, Mr. Lemon Bay?
well, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions? Just want to make sure that I'm comprehending it. So as you gave the name, I heard you mention a few different names. I heard you mention Harrison Lamont Bay the third, and then a Harrison Lamont the second, and various different names. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on who or what it is that we're here to discuss, because I don't want to speak on behalf of.
All right. It does have an error. It does have an error. It appears to be an error on the computer here. So entry date, one of the counts was entered into as one count was entered into as Harris Lemon third. The other count was Harris Lemon second, and the other count was entered Harris third Lemon. So I think that's just a typo. There's the nature of the offenses. There's the misdemeanor case is driving without a valid operator's license, no ops on person, and that is a 93-day punishable by the maximum possible penalty, 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. And you have two civil infractions, one expired plates and the other one speeding at 16 to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. So those are the nature of the charges. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to mitigate this by taking the better driver's course, sir. I'm going to put that in the chat if you choose to, and I can give you time to do that. If not, you can set it for a trial date or whatever set it for a trial date or speak with the city attorney today. What would you like to do?
I'm really, again, I'm ultimately I'm here to tender special deposit and settle the charges, make the clerk.
When a sovereign citizen says they want to tender a special deposit, they're usually trying to avoid paying debts, fines, or taxes by using what they believe is some kind of special financial instrument. They claim that by offering this so-called special deposit, they're providing a form of payment or security that should settle their obligations. In reality, though, it's typically just a meaningless concept with no legal standing. This is just another one of their made-up ideas meant to bypass laws or game the system. In short, it's basically another sovereign citizen tactic that doesn't hold up in the real world. It's essentially them saying, I'm trying to get out of paying my debts without actually paying them.
Plan to in taking a plea today, paying the fines, or taking it to trial, see if you can do better at trial. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury, and that's it. Those are your only options, sir.
I'm looking for a plea of release. Are you stating that there's no offer of equity in this matter, Your Honor?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're going to move on. So I don't have time for this.
Would you like to speak to an attorney? Would you like to speak to an attorney, sir?
I don't. I'm not asking for counsel.
Okay. Well, we're gonna pass the matter and we're gonna move on, and he can just watch and see how it works in here, because I have too many people that are waiting that want to be heard and hear their claim, and I don't understand what you're saying. I've given you your options, and you can sit back and ponder those. I'll give you time to ponder those options. Other than that, sir, I don't know what else to tell you. All right, let's move on. Next time. No, I've already answered the questions I'm gonna answer. No. Please mute your device, and you either take the offers that I've given you, speak with the attorney, or take the deal, or set the matter for a trial date. Those are your options.
Maybe set the matter for trial.
Set the matter for trial. Okay, I'm gonna give you a trial. I'm gonna. Do you want trial by judge or jury, sir?
Your Honor, by a jury.
Okay, jury trial. Can I get a jury trial date, please? Let's do June the 2nd. June the 2nd. We should do this in the afternoon as well.
Well, we have to set a pre-trial first.
Yeah, we'll set a pre-trial. So your next court date is going to be a final pre-trial, sir. Final pre-trial will be June the 1st, 6/1/2023 at 8:30. And then we'll set the jury trial date for the next day at 9:30 on June the 2nd. So your next action date that you need to appear is June the 1st at 8:30. And then the next day we'll have the jury trial at June the 2nd, 2023. I have received your motions. If you have any more motions, make sure they're in before the June the 1st date, and then we'll proceed with picking a jury and setting a jury panel at 9:30 on June the 2nd. If you don't have any further questions.
There's just no way this guy wins that jury trial unless he somehow manages to find the dumbest people in the world to sit on that jury. I mean, come on, the logic here is completely all over the place. You can't just walk in with wild theories, throw around a few strange phrases, and expect to walk free. That's simply not how the law works. Unless he's planning to pull some last-minute miracle out of his hat, it's pretty clear he's not scoring any points in court. And speaking of his hat, what is going on with that thing? Either he's hiding the world's worst haircut, or he's trying to win the title for the goofiest guy alive. It really gives off those I don't care what I look like vibes, though maybe he should have cared just a little more. But seriously, I can't be the only one wondering how anyone thought this strategy was a good idea. Sovereign citizens really think they can outsmart the system with nonsense like this. But spoiler alert, they can't. They never have, and they never will. The law doesn't care about lowercase letters or whatever strange Tinder you try to use to dodge your bills. It's all just empty words that never hold up in court. So what do you guys think about this guy? Do you think he has any real chance of winning his case? Or is he just wasting everyone's time? I think the answer is pretty obvious. He's clearly stumbling over his words and doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. I always enjoy reading them. You guys crack me up, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and take care.